Okay, so here is the makeup tutorial for our Petite company classes. I'm Nicole and
my name's Gabby.
This is Gabby. Okay, so first we're going to start with, I have a Covergirl foundation. It is the skin color of Gabby. So we're just going to put this on and we're going to smooth it all around her face, which you want to kind of angle it down on her jaw and then around the hairline. Just apply it. Make sure it's not too heavy though. You don't want it too thick on the skin, especially for the younger ones, so otherwise it looks caked on. Can you look up with your eyes? This actually covers like really well too, so this is like really good. So what I do is I kind of section from her cheek, and then I section half of her forehead from her hairline, like I said, and then you want to blend that in around the eyes. Don't hit the eyes yet, but just around them, and see how it's like kind of fading into her chin, around her nose. And then make sure you get in the hairline from the eyebrow, because then it just kind of looks like the eyebrow and then the foundation. So see how like you kind of pull it from here so she doesn't get the line. So the Covergirl is actually a really thick one, so you really don't need a lot of it. And plus you don't want to put too much on it before you put bronzer on. Okay, now close your eyes for me. You want to put it a little bit on the eyelid. Sorry, Gab. And then once you hit the eyelid, then you blend in from where you left that line on the cheekbone. Look up. Open your eyes and look up. There you go. Close. Okay, now I'm going to have you go like this. Okay, so to blend it, if you have, chin up please, if you have a line right here, you kind of want to, especially for stage presence, you kind of lightly, not a lot, just kind of fill in from underneath so it doesn't look like she's two different colors from her neck. I'm going to go in your nose, Gab. Okay, and let's see that. Okay, so once you have the foundation covered, I then put on the Eyelid Primer, which I have a Smashbox primer, but you could use face moisturizer actually. It works the same way. Close your eyes and just dab that on before So this just makes the pigment from the eyeshadow actually stick. I'm just going to use my hands. So you just want to blend that in on their eyelid. And like I said, moisturizer works very well if you do not have eyelid primer. And it's just a nude basis color, so it doesn't need to give it anything, any color. Okay. So now for eyeshadow, I have a Covergirl that I got at CVS palette, and then I also got this palette. I think it's Revlon, I want to say. So what you want to do with the eyes is you could close your eyes, Gab. You kind of want to section her eyes off. So here in the corner of her eye is section 1, and then the middle of the eyelid, section 2, and then this, like the outlier of her eyelid, is section 3. So the inner of the eyelid, you want the lightest color. Because it's purple for the recital, you more want like a silver kind of, or a light purple in there. And then you get into like a purplish color, and then you get into a deep color through her eyelid. So we're going to start with the inner of the eyelid. Close. And you're just going to dab it on. Make sure you don't brush it, kind of thinking of like actually dabbing it onto your skin. So you're going to dab it on there. It's going to look very light, but you don't look up with your eyes. So you kind of want to think of it as like almost like a oval of her eyelid. So you make a triangle from her crease of her eye. And I usually start out light because once you blend in the other colors, it's going to get really dark. Sometimes it gets like too dark. So close. And then now you're going into the middle of the eye, so you do want a darker purple in there. Close. So now, once you left that line from the corner of her eye, that's where you're going to start it, and you're going to dab it on. So it gets a little bit more darker. Chin up. And you want to blend in. Now would be the time if you want to darken up the crease. Maybe use a little bit of a different color. So now you could, if you can kind of see, you can see from the two parts of her eyes, she has pretty much a clean line underneath her eyebrow, but it's not hitting her eyebrow. You don't want to touch the eyebrow yet. Okay, and then now the ending part of it, what you want to do is where her eyelid, close your eye, Gab, you want to kind of make it from the top of her eyelashes to that line that you made with the eyeshadow. You're going to kind of like think of a triangle and dab in the darker areas, and then you're going to really define on the crease on the top of the eyelid with the darker color. But start out very, very light. You don't want to put a dark purple right away on there, otherwise it looks like a black eye. Close here. Look up, let me see. open. Yeah, that looks really good. Close again. Okay, so now we're going to do the other eye. Close. Close. Let me see. So you kind of want to wing it out with her eyebrow, but not too far out. So let me just see if that's even. Yeah. Okay, now look up with your eyelids. So now the lightest color that you took, look up. With your eyelids open up and look with your eyes up. You kind of want to just put it a little purple underneath. So now because I said you don't want to touch the eyebrow yet with your darkest color, you're going to take the lightest color that you use on the increase and lightly just brush it on the outside so she kind of has a blend. So it's not like a defined wing she's got going on. Kind of blends it right into the eyebrow. Let me see. Oh, Gabby, you look so pretty. Okay. So now one of the hardest parts is actually the upper eyeliner. Most people don't like to use it, but we're going to have to use it for competitions. So this is what I have here is a felt liquid pen. You can kind of see the tip of it. So if you can see, it kind of just draws a straight line. It's very clean. You can get any of these at CVS really, but I would recommend to stay away from the brushes because the liquid brushes are very sloppy. You kind of don't really want that. So this is just going to go obviously right above her eyelid, and you just want to get as close to the eyelash as you can. Don't make it too thick because then she looks like she has a raccoon eye, which we don't want. So this, let me see your eyes. Okay. So we're just going to do it right here. So if you can see, I'll pull away in a second. From the crease of her eye, I'm just, open up, Gab. From the crease of her eye, I've literally, from right here, just pulled out like that. So it kind of already gives her a definite look. And then I'm going to pull in more of like on top of her eye. Try not to blink, Gab. And every now and then just have them keep opening up so they could check it. Open up. Close. Open up. Close. Open. Good. Open up. Get Wait for a minute. Close. Open. Let me see. Okay, now Gab, I'm going to have you look like that way. Okay? But keep your eye open. I'm going to go in the crease. It's going to tickle. Try not to blink. No. Let me see. Good. So you can see she kind of has a wing. See how it gives her eye a little darker look? Just look at me for a minute, Gab. Yeah. Okay, and now we're going to go to the other eye. Same thing. Open up. Look up again. Close. Open. Close. Okay, and then again, I have to go in front of the camera. We're going to look that way now. Open up. Don't blink, okay? Open. Good, close. Open. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So now we have the underneath eyeliner. Where do I have it? Let me see this. Okay, so the underneath, you kind of want to put it on the line of the bottom of her eyelashes. So look up again. I'm going to pull down. Open it and look up. I'm going to pull down your eyelid. Look up to the ceiling like that. It kind of is. Sorry, Gab. I know it feels weird. Let me see. Yeah. Open up again. So this I don't put underneath the whole eye because then it seems to get like a little too dark. So I kind of just lined it right here and very lightly I just put it on. Okay, and then here we're going to do her eyelashes. Okay, Gab, you're going to look at me and every time I say blink, you're going to blink. Open up your eyes. Keep blinking. Just like this. Just keep going like that, okay? And blink and blink. Okay, so what I'm putting on is eyelash primer. This really just holds, makes the eyeliner the mascara gives it something to stick to rather than just the eyelash. And I promise you it'll last all throughout the day. You can also get that at CVS. Okay, now blink. It comes out white, but it will dry. Gabby, you have awesome eyelashes, you know that?
Yes.
Oh, you know, girl. Keep blinking. Look at me. Okay, now look up like this before, like I told you at the ceiling. We're going to go underneath. Let me see. Okay, now we'll go to the other eye. Blink again. Keep blinking. Hold on, look down. Look up. Blink. Blink, blink, blink. Look here, sorry. me. Okay, look straight out to that window. Me. And then look up at the ceiling like before. I'm gonna go underneath. This is gonna tickle. You see? Okay. So she has her mascara on and all of that. So now we are going to do her lips. Let's see. Which color do I want to use? Okay, so first what I'm going to do is this is a lip liner. This just makes it defined where her lips are. Okay, so we're going to look up, and I'm going to have you go like this. And we're just going to line where the lip meets her skin. You're going to just line right there. This is just a nude color. Make sure you don't go over the skin though, because then it looks like it just doesn't look good. Okay, now Gab, go rub your lips together. Okay, and then with the lipstick, we're just gonna go right over like that again. So this is just like, it's called Cherry Blossom. It's Revlon. Like this. Blend in. Let me see. Rub in again. Let me see. Okay, that's good. So now, because we're going on stage, she's going to need a little bit of shining. So this is a red, but any lip gloss that you have, you could put it on. It just gives them a little blend, but don't put it on too much, okay? We're just going to dab this on like this. It's going to feel sticky, Gab. Okay, rub in again. Really good this time. Can you see? Good. So now she has like a little glossy shimmer to it. You get the lip, the defined of her lip. So now we're doing some bronze. Oh no, I don't want to do bronzer yet, actually. So now we're just gonna, let me see, Gabs. You could fill in her eyebrows just a little bit. So this is a little bit of primer. And you just fill it in right where her eyebrow is. Don't go anywhere. Don't follow the outliers of the eyebrow. Kind of follow just the main gist of her eyebrow. And you can use, actually you could honestly use eyeliner for this. Just if you use eyeliner, just don't, make sure you're not actually drawing it on. Kind of just brush it on to the eyelid. Okay, Gab, let me see. So I'm not creating a new line or a new eyebrow with what Gabby has. I'm literally just filling in what she already has, just about like empty spaces. This is totally optional. If you do not have to do this. Let me see, Gab. Yeah. There you go. Let me see. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do some bronzer. So the bronzer you want to hold on the cheekbone. Really? Let me see, look up. You're just going to kind of brush it. Because of stage makeup, you kind of want to brush it on her cheekbone and then swirl it in and just get it around her face. And then just look up and we'll blend in here a little bit. And then some blush. You tired? Look up. I'm going to have you make like a kissy face. Like that, yeah. So here you could see her cheekbone line. That's kind of where you want to keep the blush. Okay, let's see. Open up. And then just the last final blending of everything. I want to make sure she's not blotchy. Okay, and let's see, Gab. And that is what our Petite company should have. So just an overview, I did the foundation on her, and then I did the eyelid primer, which you can use with moisturizer, and then the eyeshadow, like I said, just close your eyes, Gab. You want the lighter color in the middle, and then the section into the middle, you want a darker for the part 2 of the eyelid, and then you want to triangle off the darkest part and then really get into the crease of their eye so you can see it where it folds. So I did that on both of her eyes, and then the upper eyeliner, the felt pen, you could just draw it and you could wing it out if you want, but for the younger girls, don't wing it out too much. You don't want them to look too much older. So then we filled in with a little bit of under eyeliner just on the corner of the eyes to meet where her wing came in. And then we have the mascara, her lipstick, and then the blush and the bronzer. And there you have it. Say bye, Gab.
Bye.